Hello, this is Jerry Zremski from the Buffalo News Washington Bureau. I'm here again with my summary of what we can look forward to in the week ahead in Washington, D.C. and the stories that I'll be covering. It's looking like it's going to be quite a busy week, and that's partly because, of course, Congress is back in town for the first time in 2 weeks. And I'm going to be starting my week with a story about something that's happening in the U.S. Senate, and that is an important procedural vote regarding the Buffett rule. That is the proposal that the President has made, President Obama, to tax incomes of more than $1 million at a higher rate. Now, this rule, while publicly it's popular in the polls, isn't really popular enough in the U.S. Senate or the U.S. House to become law, and I'm not expecting this procedural vote tonight in the Senate to allow the bill to go forward. Nevertheless, it's an important story for us to do because of a couple reasons. Number one, this is kind of a political marker that the president is putting forward here, and it will be a very big campaign issue, and it'll be an issue later in the year as Congress deals with a series of expiring tax cuts that really could have a vast impact on the economy if they were allowed to expire. Neither the Democrats nor the Republicans want those tax cuts to expire in total, but there's sharp disagreement as to how those tax cuts should be restructured as we go forward. And that's really something that's going to be happening in November after the election. But what we have here in this vote on the Buffett rule is kind of a preview of the debate. So I'll be taking a look at that today. Beyond that, we'll be getting to some other coverage in Congress this week. The House is going to be dealing with a lot of legislation regarding gasoline prices. And given the interest of that in that issue in Buffalo, I think it's important that I cover that in some way as well. So I'll be taking a look at this legislation, taking a look at the question as to whether or not it would make any difference on the prices at the pump that you pay every week. So that's coming this week as well. Beyond that, I have been working for some time, and I've mentioned several times my coming story on campaign finance and the presidential campaign. My good news is that my rather laborious statistical research on that is now done, and I can proceed to the reporting, and I'm going to be doing that this week, talking to some of the donors that have given to President Obama and Mitt Romney from the Buffalo area. So that's just kind of a taste of what's likely to happen this week. There will be other stories I'll be weighing in on as well. Campaign finance reports in the House races were due over the weekend as well, so I'm going to be looking to see if we have all of those and writing about how much money on hand our congressional candidates from the Buffalo area would have. I'm also interested in Congresswoman Louise Slaughter's return to Washington this week. That is what we're hearing will happen. Of course, she broke her leg at an event in New York City 2 weeks ago, and it's going to be important for us to just see how she's doing and take a look at her first day back, which I believe will be tomorrow. So that's the news as it's shaping up here this week in Washington, D.C. I do hope you'll keep reading my stories and keep reading the Buffalo News and keep tuning in every Monday for my reports. Thank you.